Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today. We're going to look at this full moon in Cancer that's happening on January 3rd, 2026 at 13 degrees and 1 minute. It will be at 5:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will be a full moon that will allow us to use our abilities to let go of what no longer serves us in the Cancer placements of our chart. This may be also an opportunity for us to let go of resentment, guilt, any type of ego-driven anger, and allow us to use our compassion and forgiveness that we have learned over the years with this Piscean energies that we've been working with thus far. We will also see rewards during this full moon that we are due for putting our emotions in check and persevering through circumstances while remaining in the flow of situations that may have caused turbulence within our home life, family, or our emotional body. The alignment of Mars, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury all being in within a 10-degree orb helps us understand that we have to step up to be the authority in our lives to what feels nurturing to us and take the lead as necessary. So I'm going to go over all the signs. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a full picture of how this is happening in your world. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi Aries, I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon in Cancer that's happening in your world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So we have the 4th house and the 10th activated. The moon is in the 4th, the sun is in the 10th. Okay? So with the moon in your 4th house, we're talking about your home life, your family, your property, your emotional body, nurturing yourself, nurturing other people. Okay, this is where mothers are, mother figures. It can be grandmothers, but mother figures. Those that are nurturing within your family doesn't have to be mothers, but it has to be someone that was the nurturing factor of your family. Okay. With the 4th house, with the moon in it, this is where you're releasing. You're releasing emotions that are attached to any type of guilt, any type of resentment, anything that had been holding you back from getting yourself back to your power, which is Capricorn, right? This could have been that your mom had some type of impact in regards to your work or your legacy. This could have been a situation to where your emotions were too attached to being a mother, that you had to take care of everyone else before yourself. And that includes that it impacted your work, your professional life. The status of yourself impacted everything from your emotional body, your home life, nurturing yourself. This could have been a time to where you had let yourself go, and now you're coming back to your power. You are releasing the 4th house for the 10th. The 10th house is your legacy, your professional life, your status. It could be that single to married, married to single. It could be a situation of you're a CEO or you're a laborer. This could also be that your power is being activated, right? So any title that people know you as, and then your power associated with the 10th. Now, With it in Capricorn is asking you to take authority again. This could be a time to where you are gaining something, an upgrade within your professional life. This could be because of you're changing your status from maybe you were a stay-at-home mother and now you're working again. Or this could be a situation that your status is changing because you're getting married, right? This could also be a situation of your legacy changing because you know exactly what you want out of life and who you want to leave it to and what is driving you there. Remember, we have planets that are within a 10-degree orb of the sun. So we have Mars, the sun, and Venus, and Mercury all together here that are speaking to each other, helping you with your mindset, getting your mindset right on what type of authority suits you on an emotional foundation. Rather than you just being ambitious, this could be more of an aspiration, a drive that comes out of your passion, okay? Because we have Mars facilitated here with the sun. The sun is your identity, okay? Mars is drive. Venus is love and money. And it's associated with Venusian things. It could be merchandise. It could be something beautiful. It could be that you have motivation to make things beautiful, like renovating something. Could be with Capricorn that it's a structure, that you're renovating homes. This could also be that you're renovating your home or you're changing your home to be more productive for yourself, maybe for work, okay? This could be a situation of your identity is being cut. Mars is cutting. That you're changing the way that you are toward people in your life that no longer serve you or your emotional body. It could be dealing with family, or it could be a situation of you understanding your passion, you understanding your anger toward parents, toward family, okay? It could be that you're seeing your identity of working with family. That could be it. This could also be the legacy, right? Of you're building that legacy with family, or you're deciding to not do that. It really depends on, which way the cookie crumbles here. But with the 10th house activated, you will gain more of your power back in regards to leading yourself into the authenticity of you. Because we're talking about the sun being activated, which is your identity, okay? We're also talking about Mars being activated, which is your ruler. And it rules over Aries, which is your first house. So this could be a time to where you're in preparation for that new beginning of gaining your power back, or you're getting rewarded with some type of upgrade within the 10th house of your identity, connected with Mars, money, connected with Venus, a home, that could be it, connected with Venus. It could also be a complete new identity of, the status that you hold. Maybe you're getting married, or you're becoming a mother, or you're emptying out the nest. So it's a brand new you, right? This is that situation to where these planets can activate something coming to fruition as a reward for you being able to take care of yourself emotionally. And that's in regards to maybe family in regards to your home life, in regards to situations of marriage or situations of professional life. It could have felt like you lost your power. But whatever it was, whatever you had went through, the 10th house being facilitated with all of those planets connected with Capricorn, your authority is coming back. Your leadership, the capability of leading yourself is coming back. Thank you, Aries, for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Taurus. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon in Cancer that's happening in your 3rd and 9th house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. The 3rd house with the moon in it is where you are releasing, and the sun is set in the 9th house, and that is either the reason why, okay, or this could be the new that's coming to you, the reward that's coming to you, okay? So the 3rd house is the environment you grew up in, aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors, ideas and documents, short distance travel, moving and movement, media and writing. It's gadgets, phones and laptops, anything that's a gadget, right? Also, vehicles are here. This could be your mindset. This could also be small education and certificates, skills and learning abilities is here. Okay, advertising is also the 3rd house. Ambidextrous, using your hands. Tools are also the 3rd house, okay? So this is where you're releasing. It's connected with Cancer. Things that you've been holding on to, maybe that have been sentimental or had an emotional attachment, which includes, you know, people, aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors. This could be a time to where you're cleaning out things. It could be a time to where you're cleaning out belief systems in regards to those people, right? Detoxification, right? Detoxing yourself emotionally in regards to what others think on a lower mind. Not necessarily their beliefs, but maybe something that it was in regards to 3rd house facilitation, such as people gossiped, okay? And it dealt with maybe a mother. It dealt with maybe you yourself and your emotional body. It could have dealt with situations of your home life, the way that you live. Okay, this could also be with Cancer. We're talking about homes and properties, emotional body, nurturing yourself. This is also family, mothers, mother figures, people that were the mothering parent, right? Not necessarily female, but the mothering parent, the nurturing parent. Okay, this could also be considered your ancestral patterns and past situations, right? And this is everything that's being released on your mental capacity that is surrounding those things. This could also be a situation to where it's physical, of you leaving a home, you're moving, right? Further away. This could also be a situation to where aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, or neighbors, they had an impact on your emotional body, and therefore you're releasing that. Maybe they spoke to you about your abilities and your skills, and you're releasing that. Or they could have told you that you were talented with something of ambidextrous, using your hands, your skills and abilities, your learning capacity, that you were good at advertising, and therefore that's being released during this time, right? Now, the 9th house deals with higher learning, higher education. It also deals with skills and learning abilities. I forgot to say that 3rd house is writing, so this could be a time to where you're publishing a book. Ninth house is publishing. And also, ninth house is your belief systems, religious beliefs. So there could be a situation of you not hanging out with family as much because of their belief system, but you're capable of forgiving them in a way with compassion for whatever they're doing, especially if it's religious beliefs, right? Is the reason why you're releasing the third. Or this could be a situation of just, the belief system that you had on the people that they were is being released, because now you have come to a different perspective. Philosophy and perspective is the ninth house, and it could be that you are taking control over your own perspective. Okay. I do want to say that rewards are coming in for whatever emotional turmoil that you had already went through with the third. And that could have been with, having to fix your home, or having to deal with things of your home, like documents and things. This could have been with family, right? Writings of documents with family. This could have been dealing with mother figures and a consistent communication with mother figures. And this could be a time to where you're letting that go, right? Or you're just, putting up boundaries, stepping into your authority. Capricorn is your authority, okay? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and it is your authority. It is your leadership. It's also connected with your power, and you have the power to believe however you desire to believe, okay? And this could be a time to where that is enlightened or awakened to you, that you have control over that belief system. This could be also situations of, jobs coming in because of some type of teaching situation. Like teacher, preachers, and gurus are the ninth, and you could be asked to be one during this time, because we do have planets associated with the ninth. The Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, and I think that's about it. Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury, these are all within a 10-degree orb at this time in your ninth house, right? And that means that there's communication that could come to you in regards to changing your identity, changing your professional life, of being a teacher, preacher, or guru, or one impacts you to do so. Does that make any sense? This could also be some type of money connected to situations of maybe a document comes in, or this could be connected to family in some way. This could be some type of idea that comes to you that changes the way that you've been making money, and that could come from the teacher, preacher, or guru and their philosophy. That could be about manifesting abundance, but opportunities and blessings is also the ninth house. So this could be an opportunity that actually comes to you in regards to making money, or doing the things that you love again. Does that make any sense? Because it's connected with professional life of Capricorn, and also is connected with Venus, money, and it's connected with your passion, which is Mars. Okay, so just to let you know how it's facilitated here, communication is Mercury. That is also connected with all of these planets, right? I hope I said it correctly so that you could understand the pattern here. But this could be that there is a cutting of belief system or an opportunity that comes to you derived from the ninth house, which is connected to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is in your eighth. And that could be because of inheritance. It could be because of shared resources. It could be because of grants, taxes, government. There could be some type of situation where you're taking authority on how to get money this way, or this could be just something coming in for you, right? Again, if you're moving, this would be further away from family, okay? Because Sagittarius is long distance, and third house is your short distance, the area that you grew up in. All right, Taurus, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Gemini. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon that's happening in your second and eighth house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. So we have the moon in the second, and in opposition is the sun, which makes it a full moon. In the second house is where you're releasing, where the moon is. And the sun is the reason why. Okay, so the second house being money, your self-worth, your value, what you value. Okay, and that could be anything. That could be tangible or intangible, whatever you value within your world. That gives you fulfillment, okay? Also, that gives you nurturing, emotional attachment, all right? So this could be a time to where you're letting go of things that you no longer value in your world, that are associated with mothers, family, that are associated with something that was an emotional attachment, and now you're just letting it go. Homes and properties are associated with Cancer. And this could be a time to where a home is coming to you, okay? And I say that only because you're releasing either an old home and property, or you're releasing some type of emotional attachment that is with a home or property. This could be that you're selling it, or that you're gaining a new home. Eighth house is mortgages and bank loans, okay? So that could be there with that new home, that you're the one taking authority on getting that home, because it's in Capricorn, okay? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn in astrology, and you're taking authority, taking leadership in regards to your self-worth and your emotional body. And transformations are happening. It could be happening within Capricorn things such as work. It could be happening also within your status, single to married, married to single. Soulmates are the eighth house. So this could be a time to where you decide to, take a step further with that soulmate. Or this could be a time that soulmate comes into your life and they decide to change things, right? This could also be situated around divorce. I do want to say that too, because divorce is activated with the eighth house. I'm going to go over the eighth house so you know what it is, okay? It is legal matters in crisis, soulmates merging together, divorces, other people's resources, debts, taxes, and government, grants. This is also where you're healing fears and phobias. This could be banking loans and mortgage loans, hidden knowledge, taboo topics, investments, long-term finances, transformation. Your psyche is here. Death and rebirth is here. Okay? So this could be a time to where a healing is happening on a psychological level of some type of family member that was an authority in your world, and your emotional body was connected to it. And this could be a time to where you're forgiving that person, letting go of resentment toward that person, but they had already passed. right? This could be also something that's situated with your self-worth revolving around shared resources with another, okay? And that could be dealing with, work. It could be dealing with something that you're wanting to leave a legacy by with another. That maybe this could be a time to where you're deciding to get life insurance, okay? And you're taking authority over that, like you're starting to become that grown-up or adult, okay? Because it makes you feel secure to have that, all right? So this could also be a time to where you're changing your psyche revolving around your family and your self-worth. That mental capacity had taken a toll on you, that maybe you had been their rock for a very long time, if that makes any sense. And this could be a time to where you're letting that go, that you're changing roles. And it could be due to 8th house facilitation is connected with Scorpio. And it could be because maybe you just don't have time within your daily work or routine, or it could be because of your health, okay? This could be you healing fears that are revolving around your health. And I'm going to show you why I keep saying 6th house facilitations, because it's connected with Scorpio, okay? So that deals with your health, your routine, your daily work and employment, okay? And this could also be a time to where you're deciding to let go of a job because maybe it's not connected to your self-worth. I say that only because we have those planets that are facilitated within your 8th house. We have Mars, which can be cutting, anger, animosity, or it can be motivation. It can also lead you in the right direction. We have the Sun there, which is connected with you and your identity. Also, it's connected with your ego, okay? We have Venus, which is connected with money, love, homes, Venusian things. When I say Venusian things, it can be relationships, it can be beauty, it can be merchandise, luxurious things. It rules that second, right? So it can be connected with also women, females, right? This could also be Mercury, because Mercury is your ruler. Mercury activated is changing that mindset in regards to what your worth is coming out of. Situations of work, situations of your power, situations of you getting your power back, situations of your legacy and your status, the title that people know you as, okay? And Mercury could be also communication coming to you in regards to maybe a father figure. Because Capricorn is activated, it could be a father figure that left you an inheritance, or a person of your family or parent that was acted out as a father figure, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be a male. This could also be a situation to where a transformation is happening for you to gain that power back, because you went through emotional turmoil with your finances, and you went through emotional turmoil with your family. Also, the way that you were valued and how you put out value to the world. Okay, and this could be a time to where money is coming to you. Transformation is activated. So transformation can act like anything. It could be that you're getting a job that makes more money. It could be that you're getting a home. It could be a situation of you gaining your power back through your mindset, right? Or there could be tangible things that are facilitated with inheritance that's coming to you. Or legal cases are paying out that were associated with a job, Now, death is activated and rebirth is activated. But it could be associated with Capricorn. And Capricorn is jobs. It is legacy. It is also authority, bosses. Can be father figures. It can also be, I'm trying to think, your power and your status. So death and rebirth of those things. Now it can just be that transformation of those things, okay? I'm seeing if there's anything else I can tell you. With your self-worth, though, this could be a time to where you're healing fears and phobias that are connected to you placing yourself in authority of your life. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be independent authority. It can be, but it doesn't have to be independent authority. This is more of you taking the lead on doing the action of something, right? And there could be fears surrounding that, actually taking the initiation of something. And this is a time to where it could be that you decide, I am willing, I am worthy to take action as necessary for, and you place in, whatever that is, because it's connected to your self-worth and your emotional body. Okay, so this is a time to where you're taking the reins. Okay, Gemini, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Cancer. I hope you're doing well today. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to take a look at this full moon that's happening in your 1st and 7th house. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So the 1st house is your identity, the way that other people see you. This is your aesthetic, the way that you walk into the world, your aesthetic, your dress, the way you dress, the way you wear your hair, whatever. Your clothing. This is also where exploration of sexuality is. This is also not just your identity, but the way that you govern yourself or your self-autonomy, okay? Now, this is where you're releasing emotions that are connected with who you are. And it could have been facilitated with how family's seen you. Or this could have been facilitated with your nurturing of yourself. Like maybe you're actually taking time out for yourself during this full moon, rather than relying on other people to give you the go-ahead. Okay? This could also be, Cancer is homes, properties. So this could be that you're releasing emotions that are attached to a home or property, or this could be a situation to where you're gaining a new one, right? This could also be an identity shift because of your belief system surrounding your emotions are changing. And it could be connected with relationships. And it could be connected with how family sees your relationship, okay? This could also be, mothers are facilitated here in Cancer. So this could be that you're disassociating your emotions that are connected with mothers or mother figures. And it could be because of the relationship that you're in. It could also be because of you seeing relationship dynamics because your family had an impact in some way, shape, or form. And therefore, you could be forgiving people during this time because of their emotions, or, you holding resentment in regards to mother figures or family. This could be compassion coming out because now your understanding, and you're seeing something in a different light, because the sun is shining in the 7th, and that's dealing with your relationships. It could be one-on-one relationships, spouses, boyfriend, girlfriend, or this could be friendships of some sort. This could also be business associations, and clients are associated with the 7th, okay? And the 7th house is therapy, right? And there is a gaining of your power coming back to you in regards to a relationship dynamic. And it could have dealt with family, or it could have just dealt with your emotional body, dealing with either your marriage or dealing with friendships, okay? This could be, because we have Mars, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury all together in that 7th house. And this could be a situation to where you're deciding to end a relationship because of an emotional body. This could be a time to where you're gaining a relationship because Venus is activated with the Sun and your identity, right? This could also be that you're gaining a partnership of business or more clients within work because you dealt with situations of whatever you had to go through, maybe with family, homes. You're being rewarded for the way that you took initiation with your relationships. Does that make any sense? And because of that, the reward can be money, it can be more clients, it can be business associations, it can also be, marriage. Now, Capricorn, the sign Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn takes authority and leadership. It also gives you the capability of getting your power back. And it's not necessarily easy, but you went through emotional turmoil when it came to certain associations within your world. This full moon being activated with you releasing that old you and bringing in the new you that is more of a leader, a powerhouse, interacting with your relationships, business associations. And this could also be a time to where, if it's needed, that you're deciding to get therapy in regards to gaining that power back. Okay, that could be a thing too. But I just want to reassure you that there could be some upgrades within your business. There could be some upgrades within clients. Venus being activated is money. This could also be to where you're deciding to take a lead in regards to the relationship that you have. And it may be a time to where you're getting married and pushing it forward. Or this could be that friendship turns into something more beautiful, right? This could also be that you are partnering up with a friend to do business together. Capricorn is associated with that 10th house, and 10th house is professional life and career. And there could be a time to where you're deciding, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to be my own boss, and I'm ready to take the lead, right? And this could be a time to where that happens. Now, I do want to say, too, when it comes to your aesthetic, that you could be changing your appearance to where it's more structured, that maybe you're tucking in your shirt and wearing professional gear, right? This could be a time to where Capricorn is coming out in you as showing you the leader of, wear that blazer or that business suit or dress for success, right? Because you're being activated by that Saturnian energy of taking care of business, okay? I'm seeing if there's anything else I can tell you here. Now, your physical body could be changing, that it's getting more structured. And therefore, you're attracting more people. Venus is activated, okay? Venus is love, and Venus is money, and Venus is beautiful. And this could be a time to where you are attractive. So therefore, you're getting more clients. Now, if you already have your own business and you have clients and, you know, everything is going the way that it's supposed to, this could also be a time to where you're raising your prices and you're actually getting paid for it. Does that make any sense? So I do want to say too that communication is activated, and there could be communication in regards to a business association that you've had. Could be someone older than you, because Capricorn is activated, that they're asking you to go into business with them. That could be it. Okay, but communication is activated with Mercury being a part of that stellium that's happening here. Okay, stelliums are 3 or more planets that are in a sign. Okay. And I think that might be about it, Cancer. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Leo. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon that's happening in your 12th and 6th house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. So we're releasing the 12th because the moon is there. It could be emotions that are connected with family. It could be emotions that are connected with being a mother. It could be that your emotional body that is connected with situations that have happened of loss or grief. Okay. I'm going to go over the 12th house so you know it. So 12th house is loss and grief. It could be healing and restoration of past conditioning that you went through. And the past is associated with Cancer, so that is, you know, a situation that could happen. Prisons, hospitals, insane asylums are activated with the 12th. Letting go and going with faith, endings and transformation. Your psychic and intuitive abilities, awakenings, are also activated with the 12th. Your subconscious tendencies could be sabotage. Also, habits are associated with the 12th. Okay. Drugs and alcohol is activated with the 12th house. And this could be a time to where those things are no longer a part of you, that you have healed emotionally and you're not needing a way to escape. Or this could be a time to where you're letting go of resentment and anger or unforgiveness, and you're replacing it with compassion, or you're replacing it with some type of surrender. Okay, and that could come with family, it could come with mothers, it could come with grief and loss, right? That you're letting go and surrendering. And this could also be an emotional attachment to a loss that had happened or to a transformation that had happened. This could be an awakening that you're going through. And you're seeing a different light. You're seeing a different perspective in regards to family, in regards to moms, in regards to maybe your home, maybe where you're living at. Your sense of belonging is activated with Cancer. And this is a time to where the 12th house is being released. A transformation could be happening here for you. And this could be that dark night of the soul that you had went through, and therefore it changed a belief system in connection with the way that maybe you grew up, or ancestral patterns that you had to heal. You went through it, Leo. Okay, and you're coming out of the dark into the light, where Capricorn is being activated with the sun. We do have a stellium there. We have Mars, the sun, Venus, and Mercury, all within a 10-degree orb. Okay, and they're being activated in Capricorn, which means that you're getting your power back, right? So the sixth house being health, it is your everyday routine, also your professional life, the everyday work that you do, right? Is connected with pets. I don't necessarily say small pets, but Capricorn being here could be goats, right? Okay, so the sixth house is also service to others, organizing, detail orientation, and self-mastery. And this could be a time to where you're understanding that you're self-mastering yourself on an emotional level, and that is how you're gaining your power back. This could also be that maybe you had a teacher, preacher, or guru that helped you through situations of grief or turmoil of your emotions in one way, shape, or form. It could have been spiritual. It could have been dealing with loss and grief. It could have been anything. Dealing with family. It doesn't even matter, right? That you're coming back into your power. And this could be a time to where you're deciding to help others do the same thing. That you're gaining more power within your health. You're taking authority over your health and the way that you are. And this could be a time to where you're deciding to help others do the same. This is also connected with work. And this could be a time to where you decide to get back into the workforce. Your daily work is here. Your daily routine is here too. So this could also be that you're gaining the power back into your daily routine. Okay. Now, status is a part of Capricorn, and professional life is a part of Capricorn. And there could be an upgrade that is happening within your work facilitation, or there could be an upgrade that is happening within your status, and therefore you're taking authority over and getting a new type of routine that is happening. Okay, because we have Venus activated. Venus is money, Venus is love, Venus is also homes, and this could be that you're deciding to work from home, or this could be that you're gaining more money at work, okay? And it's giving you that drive, because Mars is there. It's giving you that drive and facilitating that passion for you to do what is necessary to get done within your daily routine or daily work, okay? Health is here, right? As I said, and this could be a time to where you're deciding to get an operation of sorts. I do not recommend operations on a full moon, but I do know that full moons last 2 weeks after and sometimes a week before they occur. So it's not necessarily the day, right? So this could be a time to where you're deciding to get some type of operation in regards to, I'm not a health astrologer. It would be associated with Capricorn. Okay. Bones, maybe, the structure of the body is Capricorn, right? So it would be bones. It could also be that you're understanding your health, needs more authority or needs a different type of authority. Mars is here. It could be that you're cutting out a doctor that you were seeing due to maybe malpractice or due to whatever medications that you were on for your emotional body was not working. So this could be a time to where you're seeing a new doctor. Okay. Depression, I forgot to say, depression is the 12th house because it's associated with Pisces. Pisces can be victimization, suffering. It can be depression. It can also be bringing you down deep into the depths of the water to help you see clearly of what's really happening to you. Because things can be very hidden until you have an awakening, right? And this could have been that you were on depression medicine and it didn't necessarily work because it kept you hidden or it kept you in depression and you're changing doctors. Okay. This could also be a situation to where Capricorn can be fathers and that you're taking care of a father during this time. And that is connected with a daily routine, right? And that you could be getting money for it because there are situations to where you can take care of family and get paid in the U.S. if you're on some type of disability or the insurance provides some type of caretaking facility. You can, or facilitation, you can be the one that takes care of your father and get paid for it, right? In a professional sense. I'm seeing if there's anything else here that I can tell you. If it includes pets, this could be that you're deciding to get goats, like I said earlier, or this could be a time to where you're deciding to get another pet within your home, okay? Or taking care or working with pets as a job, like training them or grooming them, something of that nature. That could be it. And that transformation is happening. And it's helping with your emotional body. It's helping you understand and see your authority within your life, that you hold the power and you can lead. Okay. I'm seeing if there's anything else. I think that might be about it, Leo. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Virgo. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon that's happening in Cancer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is for Virgo sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so we have the 11th and the 5th house activated. Remember that with the full moon, you have the moon that's set in your 11th house in Cancer and the sun that's set in the 5th house in Capricorn. It will be in opposition, which makes it a full moon. You will be releasing the 11th house, entering into, or this is why you're releasing, is the 5th. Okay, so the 11th is your hopes, dreams, wishes, your goals, your gains and rewards, friendships of long distance, older siblings, socializing in a big way, networks, clubs, groups, and affiliations, community. This could be the community that you're in or the community that you're residing or wanting to reside in. Also, the internet is the 11th house. Okay, so releasing emotions that are attached to emotional healing, or this could be some type of nurturing. We're talking about Cancer themes. Cancer is homes, properties, nurturing of yourself, nurturing other people. Cancer is also motherhood. Cancer can also relate to your sense of belonging, your ancestral patterns, and the past. It can also have an indication of your security. Whatever makes you feel secure in life, in a nurturing aspect. Family is also Cancer. So this could look like you releasing emotions that are attached to having to be present within family dynamics, okay, such as they have maybe huge parties. This would be more than 3 people, okay. This is either you releasing the fact of you being emotionally attached to that, or this could be that you're releasing emotions during the party, right? Okay, so I'm just putting that out there because there are many of us who aren't necessarily completely healed the inner child. The inner child deals with that 5th house. So situations, dynamics between others that are connected with us, mothers, parents, family, those people have an impact on our emotions and can possibly trigger emotions during this time of the full moon. Remember, the societal definition of the full moon is everyone goes crazy. So I just want to put a little disclaimer on that, right? Okay. All right. So this could also look like you're leaving a community that was associated with parents or family. Could be your immediate family if it's not your parents. Could be your children, right? Could be your situation of maybe where your mother once lived, or maybe where your father once lived. Both of them are activated because family is activated, but it would be where you felt most a sense of belonging, right? Emotions attached to that place could be what's leaving you, and you're deciding to prioritize something new. Capricorn deals with priorities. It deals with you compartmentalizing your priorities, okay? It also deals with wisdom. Your reality checks could be coming to light in regards to who you're associated with, if they are for you or not for you. Power dynamics could be a thing. Like I said earlier with family, possibly. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. It can be just your emotions that are attached to certain situations that remind you of that trigger. Deadlines are also associated with Capricorn. Responsibility, realizations, and commitment to those realizations, okay? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn in astrology, and we've been dealing with that Saturn in Pisces for a very long time. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please look at Saturn going direct. I have videos. It should be maybe 2 or 3 before this video. Okay, Saturn went direct in Pisces, which has given us more of an awakening of who we actually want to be, or the power that we have lost is coming back to us in regards to the divine having your back, understanding that prayer actually works, understanding that you yourself, if it's implicated into certain houses that show talents, this would be that you have the talent to awaken other people. Yours is in the 7th, where Pisces is, so it relates to other people, okay? And this could be a time to where you're getting deeper into realization of not just taking care of yourself, but understanding authority dynamics between your associations, because the 11th house deals with associations. It deals with your networking, your groups, clubs, and affiliations, who you're connected to on emotional point on an emotional stance within your life, how you feel like you're at home with these connections, okay? And this is where those emotions are being compartmentalized and let go, that maybe you have disassociated those emotions toward either family, parents, past situations that you've been through connected to other people. This could also be belief systems that are surrounding those people are changing, okay? Because we do have, beside the moon is Jupiter retrograde, and is complementing this moon with a realization because it's working on you internally, okay? Okay, so the 5th house deals with your love life. It deals with hobbies and children, joy, hope, and optimism, motivation. The 5th house is also celebrity and popularity, status, recognition status, pets, dating, pleasure, creativity, friendships. And this could be where the stellium that is activated, the stellium is the Sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, all within a 10-degree orb of each other, is activated to help settle or make concrete this realization that you're having with connections of love dynamics, connections with friendship dynamics, right? Is helping you make the choice to choose you rather than being caught up in emotions of other people, that you yourself have a deadline. You yourself have a reality check, right? Of the emotions of all of these people that I am associated with or connections with the internet, what have you. They have their own choices to make. I have things that I need to get done. That is the realization that could be happening during this time. It could be a situation of love, of seeing love in a different manner. Dating life is here. It could be unconditional love that you're actually seeing for the first time, or you're understanding a love dynamic and what you want out of love. And in Capricorn, it is to build something together. It is to create that structure and authority within your life, that legacy, leaving the legacy with another, if that is connected to romantic love. If this is connected to some type of dating situation, this could be a time to where you're changing how you're dating, okay? And it could be because of someone at work. It has caught your eye, or it could be because of you're realizing maybe there's a connection between the way that you love another person, connected with the inner child of fatherly love, okay? And I say that with grace. I say that with grace because I also am a Virgo rising, and I have seen Virgo suns and moons have no father in their life, or their father was a person that was disassociated from them because of the 11th house, right? On the opposite end. 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. And you could have noticed a pattern with Aquarius themes that are associated with love life, such as detachment or disassociation from you, or you could have felt alone in a relationship, or every relationship that you have, your plans are to build something together, whether that be a business, whether that be a legacy or an actual structure that you want to build a home together, right? But just letting you know the indications of Capricorn being in that 5th. These things can also be repetitive through children. Having children with another, building a family, building your own family, right? And also building something with family is something that could be coming up here. With this stellium, now we know that Mercury is communication, the sun is your identity, your essence, who you are, also your ego. Venus being money, love. Venus is also tangible, luxurious things. Okay, it's connection with Taurus and Libra. Okay, Mars's action can be anger, but Mars can also be that motivation to get things done. With this stellium activated in Capricorn, there's something you're wanting to build with the 5th house, and that could be joy. It could be hope and optimism within your life. Once again, your priorities right now is to have fun and to enjoy life. So you could be disassociating yourself with family. This could also look like tangible things coming through, that it changes the dynamic of being associated with those groups, clubs, and affiliations, or that you just don't have any time to feel what is necessary during this time because you are busy, right? And it could be that communication is coming in regards to a job that you've been waiting on. It could be communication coming in from a person that you've been dating, and this is to change your identity. This could be a situation to where that dating life turns into marriage, okay, because we have that association with Saturn. This could also be a situation to where you have your priorities set on working as much as you can to get the things that are necessary for your family, for your children, and you don't have time to associate with others dealing with their own problems. So this is you disassociating yourself from those problems and doing the things that are necessary to get done. Motivation, Mars. This can also look like a time to where there could be a power dynamics between you and friendships, between you and a lover. And it deals with work. That could happen, honestly. But with Capricorn activated with this stellium, there's compassion coming out of this to where you actually understand why this power dynamic is happening. It's almost like an awakening that can happen in regards to what you need to focus on rather than dealing with them. Does that make any sense? So Capricorn, it rules the 10th house in astrology. And we're talking about your power, professional life. We're talking about fathers. We're also talking about bosses, people of admiration, motivation, people that are or can be motivational speakers, right? People that can associate with your legacy, those that are connected with your legacy. And I say other people only because that connection with Saturn being in the 7th, and I'll circle it for you, okay? So this could look like business associations coming to you. This could look like clients coming to you, that you are more focused on that rather than, dealing with others that are connected with their emotions and putting them on you, or placing their emotions on you, mirroring you, if you would. This is you understanding that mirror. This is you seeing that other people have their own choices to make, and you are not accountable for their choices that they're making. And this is within clubs, groups, and affiliations, friends of long distance, older siblings. Okay, this is you disassociating from that or compartmentalizing your emotions to get the things that are necessary for your own life in that 5th house. This could be you going viral. That is a situation that can happen within work, within media, within showing work on media, within advertising, because 10th house is activated with Gemini, within doing any type of things with your hands, such as tarot or astrology. That can, be something. It can also be that with the stellium, there's communication in regards to good things happening for your child, such as work, maybe even a celebration of life. Okay, this could be a celebration like a party, like a birthday party of sorts for your child. That could happen. This could be, parties are the 5th house, by the way. This could be that your child is having an impact on your life with their work situation, and they're showing you how to create that priority. They're showing you how to compartmentalize your emotions. They're showing you how to understand your own essence when it comes to relating with your power against past situations that you've already been through. They're actually opening up almost like, how can I say this to where you can visualize it? Opening up a book, a Peter Pan book, to remind you of the inner child that's within. Does that make any sense? And this could be a time to where you're enjoying yourself with that child. It could be a situation of you releasing those people that you were associated with before, that were connected with family, that were connected with networks, clubs, groups, and affiliations that no longer serve you, that you are letting go of those things because you're deciding to be happy and to choose to be happy. Okay. And I think that's about it, Virgo. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Libra. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this Cancer full moon in your chart. This is for Libra, sun, moon, or rising. So we're dealing with the 10th and the 4th house. The moon is set in the 10th and the sun is set in the 4th. In opposition, it makes a full moon. The moon is where you're releasing because of the 4th house in Capricorn, where the sun is shining. Okay? So we're releasing the 10th house. The 10th house is your legacy, your professional life, your work career, your reputation, maybe emotions that are connected with fathers, their health, their wealth, situations that dealt with fathers, your role, your status. This could be being a mom associated with Cancer. This could be single to married, married to single. This could also be emotions that are connected with situations of work status, such as CEO or laborer. Okay, all of these things are being released. Cancer deals with your emotions and your emotional body. It is the ruler, it is ruled by the moon in astrology. And Cancer can deal with moms, it can deal with parents, family. It can also deal with homes, property, your emotional body, nurturing yourself. This could be that emotions that are attached, to your job are being released. There could be situations where a job itself is released because you're deciding to work from home. the indication here could be that it's because you're becoming a mother, or the indication could be that it was just too highly emotional for you, right? And the fourth house indicates where the sun is shining on why you're releasing the situation. This could also be that bosses, fathers, the emotions that are attached to them is being released here. And this could, be a time to where, full moons make people crazy. Okay. And it could be a triggering point to where you decide to say what needs to be said to that boss or to that father figure or to that person that is of authority in your life. This could be a situation to where you're changing your emotions or thoughts around your legacy. This could also be a power dynamic between you and family, and you are not necessarily interacting with family during this full moon because of that power dynamic that's happening. You're deciding to stay to yourself, to be tucked away within that fourth house, which is your home and property. Okay. This could also be realizing that you are a mom, or there's a realization of how you need to compartmentalize those emotions that are associated with work, family dynamics. Okay. This could be that you're deciding to work with your mother on something. Capricorn being in the fourth house, Capricorn is the definition of the 10th. So this could be that you're deciding to work with a mother or with family. This could also be that you're deciding to work from home. We have a stellium here, which is Mercury, the Sun, Venus, and Mars. And if you're already an entrepreneur, or if you are already working from home, this could be an upgrade that happens. This could also be motivation to work from home. Okay. Responsibility, power, reality checks, wisdom, realizations, and commitment is Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn in astrology. And Saturn has a way of sitting you down and telling you to get your priorities straight. And this could be a time to where you understand that home life has a huge impact on your emotions. And you getting your home life straight could be something that you're doing. This could also be a situation to where you're deciding to build a home or build something with family. That could be it. Or build your own family. This could be that realization of, I can't fix my immediate family, so I'm going to start building my own family. Oh goodness. This could also be fourth house being, I'm going to go over it so you understand, because this connection with Cancer is the same definition: property, homes, family, nurturing, mothers, motherhood, mother figures, security, emotional security, your sense of belonging, your emotional body, and foundation. Now, it could be that you would feel more secure if you were to get an actual security camera or an alarm system for your home. Okay, that could be something that's happening here. It could also be that something had happened where you lost your power at home, and so that's why you're making that decision. It could be also a situation to where work makes you move to another home. Okay. It could be a situation to where you're structuring the home to where it works out for you with either your new daily routine or daily work situation. I say this because Saturn is in Pisces right now, and it's direct. And if you don't know about Saturn being direct in Pisces, I do have a video that should be 3 videos before this one, okay? So if you want to check that out. But 6th house is your daily work, your daily routines, and can indicate pets. 6th house can be your health, okay? Self-mastery, organization, or organizing and detail orientation and service to others. And the connection here could be that you're servicing others at their home, that maybe you're opening up like a cleaning professional work situation, or this could be that you yourself need to have structure for your daily routines, okay? And that could be something that's implemented during this time. Money can come to you, Venus being in Capricorn, but it would definitely come through work. It would definitely come through something of a service that you've been doing or decide to do. This could also be a situation of maybe it can go either way, of you actually getting work or you losing a job from working from home. Okay, that can happen because loss is Pisces. I just want to put that out there just in case, because loss is Pisces and Capricorn is work. Okay, but those emotions that are attached to it, you're going to detach from that. And if you were to apply for another job, it's more than likely you will get the job that you actually want, rather than sitting for a long time and waiting for a job to come through, because the next moon we have is the new moon in Capricorn, which is a new beginning in regards to work. Okay, just to let you know. So if you lost one, go ahead and apply. I do want to say too that this could be you taking care of a father from home. Okay, health is activated, fathers are activated, mothers are activated, so it could be mothers or a family member that you are taking the reins of taking care of them with their health situation. All right, Libra, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Scorpio. Hope you're doing well today. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to look at this full moon. The full moons are the moon and the sun in opposition. So the moon is in your 9th house, in opposition with the sun in the 3rd. Okay, so the 9th house is your belief system, is long distance travel, other cultures, religion, teachers, preachers, and gurus, in-laws, grandchildren, grandparents, higher education, media, publishing, legal cases. The bigger picture is the 9th house. It can be opportunities and blessings. Okay. With the moon here, this is where you're releasing emotions that are attached to past situations, that are attached to anything that deals with your emotional body, connected with family beliefs, past beliefs, ancestral beliefs. Okay. This could be your emotional body being released toward those that are teachers, preachers, and gurus, or you're becoming one. You could be deciding to publish a book during this time. Publishing is the 9th house, and writing is the 3rd. Okay, so this could be a time to where you're doing that, and it's in regards to past situations. It could also be higher states of learning is here. And those emotions could be released because of higher states of learning. that you're gaining from a teacher, preacher, or guru. It could deal with family, maybe not, but it deals with your emotional body. All right. Now, Cancer has properties and homes indicated with Cancer. Also, mothers, past situations, your emotional body, family, you being a mother. Okay. So all of these things are connections with emotions, which is the moon. The moon is the ruler over Cancer. And this could be a time to where you're releasing emotions toward those people of maybe the third house, aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors, that you're telling them how you're feeling, that you are maybe even disassociating yourself with emotions or belief systems that are in regards to those people, or people that are in-laws, grandchildren, grandparents. Okay, that that you may have been really close to in-laws, grandchildren, or grandparents, and this is a time to where those emotions are being compartmentalized because you have priorities that need to be done. And that is the third house. And the third house is a lot of things. It's the environment you grew up in. It's aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors. It's moving. You could be moving during this time. So there's no associating with those emotions that are connected with moving. Media is here in the third house, and you could be doing projects at this time to where you have to prioritize those projects more so than you can connect with family, right? Now, those projects could include you being that preacher, teacher, or guru, okay, on media, and showing the world your emotions in regards to maybe what you learned on managing those emotions, or it could be connections with mothers, it could be connections with being a mom, it could be connections with your belief system. Okay. Third house is communication, and this could be a time to where work is communicating to you, all right, that maybe you didn't have a job and you're getting a job during this time. It's in the environment that you grew up in, or your local environment, or you're dealing with people associated with aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors, that they're helping you find a job, or they are wanting to work with you. Okay, because Capricorn is work. You having a realization in regards to your power toward those people could be happening. Aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, and neighbors, that you could be having a reality check or wisdom, right? There could be communication from them that is considered wisdom, right? That you're capable of using, and it changes the belief system, or it changes your emotions surrounding it. This could be a time to where you're realizing your responsibility with aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, or neighbors, or fathers, that you're realizing maybe you can help your father in regards to compartmentalizing their mindset. Mindsets are the third house. The third house is also documents and ideas that could be received during this time in regards to some type of higher education or some type of legal case that you're going through. It could also be associated with homes, right? I'm seeing if there's anything else, because there's many things in the third. And, I'm going to go through the definitions so maybe you can come up with your own identification of how this could play out for you. So the third house is the environment you grew up in. Aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, neighbors, and siblings. Phones, gadgets, and laptops. Your mindset, ideas, and documents. Short distance travel. moving or movement, media and writing, skills and learning abilities, small education, could be certificates or licenses for something, okay? So this definition here is why the ninth house of your belief system is being released, or those emotions that are connected with the ninth house is being released, okay? It could be something of maybe you're deciding to get a license for doing work or building something, maybe a permit, maybe something in regards to your work facilitation, that it helps you move forward, build that structure, right? And there could have been a belief system surrounding that to where you couldn't necessarily get that license, but it's changing. It's being released here. With Capricorn activated, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn in astrology, and that is your fifth house, right? Fifth house is where Saturn is. It's in Pisces, and it's direct. And fifth house is trying to tell you, hey, it's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to enjoy life. This is your reward from Saturn, an awakening of sorts, okay? Of love, joy, hope, and optimism is the fifth house. It's also popularity and recognition status. It can be dating. It can be your children, okay? And this could be a time to where you are prioritizing your children, being happy, enjoyment. This could be a time to where you're getting more into faith-based things or spirituality, okay? That you are having an awakening on what you want to do for work, or that you're having an awakening of God, source, the universe has your back and wants you to be happy. Honestly, okay? Because the third house is many things, but it is, you know, ruled by Gemini in astrology. And when you take Gemini into account, it is communication of authority, that you have the authority to be happy. Okay, so I'm just pointing that out because a lot of Scorpios have had a rough ride thus far. All right, and the fifth house being activated, this is a reward from Saturn of maybe a child is coming into the picture to create structure for your emotions, okay? Or maybe there's an association with your work situation and communication of an upgrade, or money is coming to you, because there is a stellium here in Capricorn, and that is Mercury, which is communication, the sun in regards to your identity, Venus could be money, could be love, and Mars being motivation or inspiration for pushing you forward, right? It could also be, Mars can be cutting too. And it could be cutting communication in regards to what no longer serves you, connected with your emotional body. And that is belief systems that you had been holding, or that could be situations with family of that belief system. It's all wrapped together, you know, and that communication could be just cut during this time because you got other things to do, okay? But all in all, it looks pretty good of a new beginning that is happening in your third house. And coming up will be that Capricorn new moon. New moons are new beginnings happening. So get ready, because this one will be rewarding. Thank you for being here, Scorpio. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hi, Sagittarius. I hope you're doing well today. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to take a look at this full moon that is happening in Cancer in your chart. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. Now, full moons are the moon and the sun in opposition to each other. So the 8th and the 2nd house is activated. The moon is in the 8th and the sun is in the 2nd. The 8th house is legal matters, crisis, divorces, other people's resources. It can be soulmates merging together, healing of fears and phobias, debts, taxes, government grants, banking, loans, mortgage loans. It can also be insurance, inheritance, death and rebirth, investments, long-term finances, transformation, and psyche. Okay? And this could be a time to where there are emotions surrounding family and their crisis that's happening and that is being released. Or it could be anything that is situated with family and whatever they're going through financially or other people's resources. That emotion is being released here. It could also be a situation of maybe there's a connection with your emotional body and your psyche that you've been working on. And it could include family. It could include situations with homes and property. Okay. And these things are being released. And when I say released, it could be that you are getting it done. That could be a thing. Or it could be that you're paying off those debts or paying off something of maybe a mortgage or going toward getting a mortgage. There's an association with you taking the reins, taking authority in regards to Capricorn being activated in the 2nd with your money, with your individual money. And this could be that you are deciding to invest. It could be that you're growing up inside, right, with your self-worth and confidence, and you're taking your power back. And it could be from family or past situations that had happened. It could be from a divorce, right? If you are going through a divorce right now with Capricorn in that 2nd, this is an indication that you have authority at this time, okay, with gaining more money. All right, just to let you know. It's also an indication with your self-worth and that soulmate that could be in your life, that you're deciding to change the status of your world to be married. Okay. Now, Capricorn deals with your legacy. It deals with your professional life. It also deals with your status that you hold, single to married, married to single. It also deals with father's health and wealth. It can be any type of title that you hold, okay? Whether that is you are a CEO or you are a laborer. These things have an upgrade that could happen. I'm sorry if you hear. I have hawks that love to fly in the morning while I'm doing videos. So hawks are wisdom, right? And Capricorn actually does indicate wisdom. It pushes you to grow up. It pushes you to take authority and take your power back, right? And this could be you taking your power back with your money. It could be due to some type of shared resource that's coming to you. We have a stellium here in Capricorn, and I'm going to let you know what it is. So we have Mercury, the Sun, Venus, and Mars. And all of these together could be communication in regards to money coming to you from work. If you don't have a job, this could be that you're deciding to make your own individual income, or it could be work actually giving you an upgrade. Okay. The Sun indicates your essence. Mercury is communication to yourself and from other people. Also, Venus is love. Venus is money. Then you have Mars, can indicate some type of motivation. some type of get up and go motivation. Mars is very particular of, hey, we're going to use your passion to motivate you, or anger to motivate you to get up and move. And this could be a time to where you're compartmentalizing your emotions from any type of family dynamic, any type of situation that was emotional turmoil. Could have been death, right, that you were associated with. Maybe there was a near-death experience, or this could have been a situation of someone actually passing. And this is where that indication of healing is happening, okay, with your self-worth and confidence. I also want to say, too, that the value that you hold in the world is activated with the second. Is how you bring value to the world, how you seem valuable, right? And this could be a time to where you're actually seeing it. There is a realization and an opening of your mindset that is happening, okay? It could be that you realize that you can take authority when necessary, maybe to get a mortgage, maybe to get a home, right? Or you can take authority as necessary when it deals with your family, okay? Just to let you know. All right, Sagittarius, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Capricorn. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to take a look at this full moon that's happening in your 7th and 1st house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so we have the moon in the 7th is where you're releasing. And the 1st house is where the sun in a stellium is occurring, which is Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Now, all these planets are giving you this opportunity to understand relating to other people, okay? I say that because the 7th house is where the moon is. That is your emotions, right? And Cancer is ruled by the moon in astrology. So this tells me that there are pent-up emotions that may come out during this full moon in regards to who you are and who you want to be. This could also be included with of what you want to do for a living, because Capricorn deals with the 10th house. It deals with your legacy, your professional life, your work career. It also deals with your power, your stamina, okay? With the 7th house, with the moon in it, where you're releasing, this is related to others. This is partners, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friends. This is also clients. This could be business associations and business partnerships. Therapy is also here, okay? Cancer deals with your emotional body. It also deals with your mother, mother figures, or you being a mom, right? This could also deal with past situations that dealt with family or family in general. Cancer is also homes and properties. So there are some type of emotional, it could have been emotional turmoil. It could have been emotions that were resentfulness, I guess you would say, in regards to maybe partnerships or those friendships that you've had. This could be where the moon is stationed, being an emotional body, that there are things that are within your home, within your property, that maybe remind you of past relationships with other people. And this could be a time to where you're detoxing from that, or letting go of things that you've held on to for too long. Does that make any sense? maybe they remind you of situations. With work, though, this could be that there are clients getting in touch with you or business associations getting in touch with you. They could be emotional, right? But they could also be relating to you in a way of emotional healing, okay? Looking to you as their power source because you have Capricorn on the other end, right? So first house is your identity. First house is also your physical body and the way that other people see you. And you being a Capricorn, they look up to you. They see you as a Saturnian person that will tell them the cold, hard truth. Does that make any sense? And so if this is relating to clients and they're asking you questions, they know that you will tell them the truth. Or it's expected of you to tell them the truth, the cold, hard truth, without any sugarcoating on it. All right. This could also be represented by, because the sun is highlighted here, of the reason why you're letting go of emotions in the 7th. It could be that your identity is changing because of work, or this could be a situation of communication that comes to you about work, of an upgrade of some sort, because we have the sun being your essence and your identity also. The sun shows you where your God-given talent is in a normal natal chart. So this would show right now authority and responsibility, dedication, and also power is a part of you, okay? And you're seen by this by other people. You're highlighted during this time, I guess you would say. And even more so because we will have a new moon coming to Capricorn, right? It starts the Capricorn season. But during this time, it's really asking you to let go and release anything that is attached to, other people, relating to other people, the way that they relate to you, okay? Anything attached emotionally with other people that no longer serves you. Also, if there had been moodiness in regards to relating to people in your life that are very close, this is a time to where those emotions need to just fall away so that you can do the things that you need to do on your end and be the Capricorn that is necessary. And they expect it, honestly. They expect you to say and be the way that you are. Okay, so it's not a surprise. But this could look like you getting an upgrade, getting work, getting a relationship of some sort that changes, or changes the way that other people look at you, or changes your identity in general. You could get married during this time, yes. But this would be more so of communication in regards to taking your power back within that relationship, okay? Maybe you're the one taking the reins of communicating that, hey, I want to marry you. You are the stability within my world, right? And this is you releasing those emotions to that other, okay? This can also be in regards to best friends. You could be that best friend that isn't scared to tell the other friend, hey, this is what I think. And they expect it from you, honestly. Okay. You being a Capricorn, rising, sun, moon, it doesn't matter. They expect to hear the cold, hard truth from you. And this could be you pulling them back down to earth. Does that make any sense? This could also be a partnership with those people that could occur. The best friend or the spouse, or, a new partnership that it could be with either a Cancer or a Capricorn. That is a possibility. But it's more of the belief in yourself that you hold the authority to ask that person or to be a part of that partnership, okay? Just to let you know. But all in all, it looks like a great full moon for you of releasing emotions that are too attached to things that maybe relate to other people, or moodiness, or their moodiness. Remember that full moons in general, people say they make you crazy, and they can. They can make others sad and depressed, you know, because past, especially in Cancer, past situations are coming up within their mind's eye, right? And if you had already healed through those things, it's time for you to take your place in the world as telling others how you did it. Does that make any sense? To become the person that you are today, with that knowing yourself and knowing how to lead yourself in the world, also knowing the power that you hold. And if you don't know that yet, this is a time to where it's going to come to your awareness, to where you will see yourself as the leader. Capricorn is the leader in astrology, okay? And I think that might be about it, Capricorn. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Aquarius. I hope you're doing well today. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to take time out to look at this full moon in Cancer in your 6th and 12th house. Please take time out to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Now, this full moon, the moon and the sun are in opposition, okay? So we have the moon in the 6th and the sun in the 12th. The moon is where you're releasing, and the sun is the reason why, which is the 12th house, okay? Now, I circled Aquarius mainly because there's a slight understanding of what's really going on. There's an identity change. Also, there is Pluto within Aquarius in that first house that's transforming how other people see you. Okay, I circled it because we have a family dynamic going on with Cancer activated. And this could mean that, Aquarius, you had been taking care of family for a long time, or dealing with family for a long time. And during this full moon, it's asking you to take leadership over transforming a situation. And this situation could be dealing with some type of loss or grief situation, okay? And it's hooked on to your power. And I'm going to tell you why I see this, because Pluto is the ruler over Scorpio, and that's the 10th house connection with Capricorn in astrology, and that is transformation of your power. So if you've been dealing with family dynamics, mothers, the person that was the nurturing person of the parents could have been your father, right? I know some Aquariuses to where, you know, they are the way that they are because their mother is more Saturnian than their father is, okay? And this could be a time to where there are changes that are made either in your mother's life or in your family's life because you're choosing to transform the situation, okay? Remember, we all have free will with our choices in astrology. You can either let things override you, or you can take the reins and be the leader. And during this full moon, it may be difficult for you to understand that you are actually the leader within the situation. All right, I'm emphasizing this because we're dealing with your health in the 6th house. We're also dealing with your daily routines, your daily work and employment. All of this is affected by your family dynamic. And if the emotions are running high, then, the work situation or your health situation isn't so great. Okay. So during this full moon, you may make the choice to let go of emotions that are attached to taking care of family or dealing with family in a way. It could be also that you're deciding to stop work and take care of family. That could happen, that you have to take the lead on that because no one else will step up to the plate. Or this could be a situation to where, you release that there's no longer taking advantage of Aquarius, okay? Whether you're sun, moon, or rising. With the 12th house activated, this could look like maybe you had been in a state of depression, or maybe you had been in situations of victimization or suffering from not being seen for your power. Okay? And during this full moon, it could be a burst of you taking the lead over whatever is necessary for you to get that power back. And that could mean that there is a loss of something, or that could mean that there's an end of something that is necessary for you to have that power. Okay? An awakening is happening with you at this time in regards to where your power lies. Also in regards to your work situation, in regards to what you want to leave as a legacy. And another Capricorn theme is, your status, whether that's single to married, married to single, or your work status. Okay? And certain things can enter our lives that emphasizes a change in our identity. And in this case, it would be you get an upgrade in work. You may even get money from a loss of some sort. You could also, money could just come to you some way, somehow. And it ends up transforming your identity. Okay, that is a possibility. The sun is activated, right? And the sun is a part of your essence, your ego, and it highlights your God-given talent, and it's with 3 other planets. It's with Mercury, which is communication to yourself and your mindset. It's also with Venus, which is money and love, okay? And Mars, which can be motivation, inspiration. When it's in the 12th house, it can be spiritual inspiration, by the way. Also, it can be cutting, and Mars can also be anger and animosity. So those are some ways that it could play out, right? You could get angry, so angry that you make the choice. You could love yourself more than you do the situation and transform it or end it. Or this could be that communication coming to you in regards to something that changes your life. Okay? So I'm pointing this out mainly because we are going to have a new moon in Capricorn after this full moon within a couple of weeks, right? And so there will be a new beginning here. Those emotions that are attached to whatever health problem that you have, or how to deal with that health problem, you're going to see what's causing it, okay? And that's when it's going to be released. And again, that could be family, it could be mothers, it could be that you're burnt out, okay, from work. It could be, what you've been doing to yourself on a daily basis that isn't nurturing to yourself, that you're not taking care of yourself. That could be a thing. Or this could be a situation to where things just happen. And the emotions that are attached with work, maybe there could be a loss of work. That is a possibility. But emotions are attached with that, and it's being released, and anger and animosity could come out of that to make you change what is necessary to be changed. Okay? And that is, how people see you. And that is also your identity, which is attached to it. Now, there is a lot of spirituality with that 12th house activated with the sun, highlighted on the reason why you're releasing the 6th house. Spirituality, taboo topics, astrology, mediumship, karma, healing and restoration is activated with the 12th. Also, transformation and endings. We do have prisons and hospitals activated too. Okay, so I know a lot of Aquarians, and also understand that some of them have anger issues because you suppress it, right? Your power is being suppressed in the 12th, okay? And if you don't get out that anger in some way, shape, or form, things can just, blow up, okay? And sometimes that's necessary for people to take action, but I do want to place a disclaimer on that because Mars is activated with this stellium, right? And we are starting to feel a little bit of the Mars energies starting to come to light, okay? With Aries going to be activated. Soon is going to be Neptune at the end of the month in Aries. And then Saturn is going to follow in February, being in Aries. And you can kind of feel it at this time. And it's prepping you for that, by the way. If you don't get it out now, right? Goodness. Feel the emotion. Understand that, every day is different. And every day can be a beginning for you. That seeing what the problem is doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take care of it then. You can gradually take care of the situation, especially when it comes to other people, okay? When it comes to other people, and if they are making you suppress yourself and your power, helping them understand that you deserve authenticity too, but in a gradual way instead of so much anger at one time. Right? I'm just trying to, deflate the situation, because it could escalate to the point to where you decide, I'm done. I don't need it anymore. I am finished. It's like, don't leave a job unless you have one lined up, right? So be prepared for a situation to be moody. Be prepared for a situation to have maybe even tears. Cry it out. You know what I mean? Don't keep those emotions held and pent up inside. When someone shows their vulnerability to another, they actually accept them more than they would with them yelling at them. Does that make any sense? So if this deals with a relationship, I say that because the sun is ruled by Leo, and that's your 7th house. And if it deals with a relationship, suppressing your power, there is communication that needs to happen, which is Mercury, in regards to why you feel a certain way. Okay? So I'm trying to say this delicately so that you can understand the necessity of you coming at this in a slower way. Because not everybody thinks like you do, Aquarius. Aquarius thinks innovatively. They're not necessarily as quick as Aries, as impulsive, but with Mars here, it can make you that way. It can make you be quick to say what's, been hidden. Okay. Oh, goodness. And when Aquariuses get angry, it is like lightning. That's why you guys are like electricity and lightning bolts. It is like lightning, like the Tower card coming at you, right? In tarot. And so just understand where you are in those emotions and take time out to be a little bit more compassionate, because 12th house is compassion to other people that don't necessarily let you shine those emotions, okay? And help them, especially if you love them and you don't want the situation to end, help them understand you. They did at one time, or you wouldn't be in a relationship, right? And if this is concerning work, they hired you for a reason. You know what I mean? And if, you're not fulfilling that role within work, of course, they're going to let you go. But other things have added on to the mountain, which is Capricorn, of you suppressing your emotions. Okay? There are people out there that know exactly what you're going through. They have been through it. And therapy is a thing if you need to talk to somebody. I know that Aquarians don't like therapists, but there are people that understand and seen the way that you have been treated, okay, on a daily basis. Okay, this is the 6th house with a routine, daily basis, past situations. All of this is asking for your forgiveness with the 12th house activated. 12th house is Pisces in astrology. Yeah, so I also want to say that your belief system in regards to the family, in regards to your emotions, they're going to change. And it's pretty much set with Pluto being in that 1st house. That's going to change you for the next 20 years. So you're going to change, and you're going to change the way that you see things. And right now with this full moon is like this first awakening that you're going to have of your power being either suppressed or coming back, right? You're going to see the truth. There will be clarity here. And the way that you react is your free will. Okay? Thank you for being here, Aquarius. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hi, Pisces. I hope you're doing well today. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to take a look at this full moon that is happening in your 5th and 11th house. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so the moon is in the 5th. This is where you're releasing. In opposition is the sun, and that is the reason why. Okay, so the 5th house being activated where you're releasing emotions, emotional attachment, maybe past emotional attachments that are concerning 5th house elements, which is love, which is also children. This could also be the way that you've had fun in the past. This could be a releasing of emotions that could happen online. Okay, that you're on media and you're telling others in regards to how you healed something, right? It could be also, 5th house is, I'm going to go over it so you know. It's your love life, it's hobbies, children, joy, hope, and optimism, your God-given talents, okay, friendships, celebrity popularity and recognition status, pets, dating, pleasure, creativity. And this could be a time to where you are releasing how you enjoyed your creativity in the past or those hobbies. This could be connections with interaction that you have with family, that maybe having fun with family is being released during this time, and there's some type of party that you're attending, which is the 11th. Okay, it would be more than 3 people, right? This could also be the way that you're changing, interacting with family at parties, right? Maybe it could go either way. It could be that you're attending one or you are backing out of them as much, right? Because emotions are connected to your emotional body, which is Cancer, and Cancer being activated is a deeper emotional effect than just, the surface level. This is more of what makes you feel safe and secure. This is, going within, and it can be to where you're hermiting. Does that make any sense? And this could be a time to where you're having, different emotions going on, and it's time for you to back up from being in the spotlight, or back up from being at parties, or back up from interacting with, other people's children, right? it could have an emotional turmoil that comes along with that, by the way. There is, with Cancer, dealing with homes and properties. And this is where you're releasing. So there could be, a home that is presented to you, or there could be a property that's presented to you, or something that deals with working around someone else's home. Okay? And I'm going to get there so that you understand what I'm saying here. But with Cancer, we're talking also about your sense of belonging and feelings of maybe how you felt in the past in regards to love, right? And if there had been any resentment, or if there had been any unforgiveness, or if there had been situations to where your belief system took over, this is a time to where that's going to be released surrounding love and vulnerability. And you could be connecting more with those that are associated with groups, clubs, and affiliations, because that's where the sun is shining in your 11th house. Or you could be finding those to where they connect with you and see you as more of a leadership or authority figure within their life. Capricorn being the 10th house in astrology, right? That definition of legacy, power, okay? This is also your professional life as Capricorn. Capricorn brings in Saturnian things such as wisdom and responsibility and commitment. Maybe even with compartmentalizing your priorities, okay? So with that said, and the sun being here, of why you're releasing those emotions, or why you're releasing enjoying family, it's connected with you associating yourself with other priorities. And it could contain, maybe you have a goal that you need to get done, or you're prioritizing connections with groups, clubs, and affiliations more so than you are interacting with family. This could also be, we have a stellium, okay? We have Mercury, which is communication, and communication to yourself, okay? We have Venus and Mars. All of these planets are within a 10-degree orb of the sun, right? Or a 10-degree orb of each other. And this could indicate that you're getting work. So that's your priority to get that goal done. Or this could be an upgrade within work. So you're deciding to be in the community more wherever you're working, right? This could also be communication that you get to do those things, okay? Or to display your talents, right? Because other people, the public, is seeing you as a person of power, as a person of authority. Now, with Capricorn too, I do want to say it can deal with your status, single to married, married to single. And yes, this could look like emotions being released of vulnerability due to you being asked to be married to someone, a change of status, right? Or just dating someone. It could be that, you know, there's different ways of upgrade within a relationship. Doesn't have to be marriage. And this could be the time to where your partner or the person that you're dating is asking you to just date them rather than other people, you know, at the same time, what have you. You know what I mean? An upgrade of relationship could happen. Mars is here, and Mars is emphasized with motivation, getting things done. Okay, when it's in Capricorn, it's ready to build, right? It's also anger and animosity. Okay, it's connected to Aries. So if there had been anger and animosity during relationships or work or situations of connections with your clubs, groups, and affiliations, this could be a time to where it's motivating you to do something about it, to take authority, to do the commitment, to take the reins and be the leader. Okay, ready to climb the mountain, Capricorn. All right. So if you're feeling any type of insecurities during this full moon, I promise you, they are going to leave. Because Capricorn compartmentalizes not just situations that are necessary for priority, such as getting work done, right? But it also compartmentalizes emotions. And it helps you understand objectively how you're feeling and why. And if there is insecurities that are happening, they will leave. All right. Whether that is because you are, you know, fully motivated by anger, or fully motivated by love, or fully motivated by, you know, your mindset or communication from another. Either way, you're going to get it done. That goal that you've been working on, that reward and gains is in the 11th house, by the way. I'm going to go over the 11th house so you know exactly what it is. Reward, gains, hopes, dreams, wishes, goals, freedom, networking, groups, clubs, and affiliations, community. Also friendships of long distance, older siblings, socializing in a big way, more than 3 people, and technology, or the internet is here. So this could look like, you know, like I said earlier, about you displaying your God-given talent as a healer on the internet, or this could be you, you know, sharing your emotional situations on the internet, maybe connections with love, maybe connections with children, okay, maybe connections with family, that you're displaying them and people are giving you appreciation for displaying them, okay, or talking about them, whichever. You could actually see this as an opportunity to grow, or that you have grown, right? You could actually see that, you know, maybe you have a talent or a niche that other people are ready to see out of you. Okay, so just letting you know, because Capricorn is authority. Capricorn is power. And you seeing your power from other people's communication to you, or from, you know, that love situation, or maybe that upgrade that's happening from other people. You could get money from groups, clubs, and affiliations. That is a possibility because of you taking leadership or doing the things that you need to get done within your goals. I don't know what your goals are, but you know, they're in Capricorn. So it's a connection to you working. It's a connection to you building a legacy. It's the connection to other people. Okay, because the public is situated with Capricorn also, right? And in the 11th house, you are networking. Okay, you are talking to other people. All right, so I'm seeing if there's anything else I can tell you here. That might be about it. Let me make sure. If you're not understanding how to deal with those emotions, you will have some type of wisdom come to you. And you can find this wisdom either on the internet or either on networking, you know, or groups. Maybe even your community can help you if you're looking for that wisdom of awakening for whatever emotions are ailing you within your love life, within dealing with children, or just finding yourself again. Okay. Thank you for being here, Pisces. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.